Welcome back. With the new developments in the case surrounding General Michael Flynn, one federal litigator spoke with One America's Jack Posobiec to discuss these new updates. Take a look.
We are very excited to welcome here to One America News for the very first time, and hopefully not the last. It's Ron Coleman. He's an experienced federal litigator, and he is also a bare-knuckle brawler on social media. Ron, thank you so much for being on with us today.
My pleasure, Jack. Thanks for having me.
So, we're examining the General Flynn case, and we've been covering here at the station for about 3 years now. But a new wrinkle has appeared in regards to his former law firm, Covington and Burling, and huge allegations that are coming out of his current lawyer against them. And I'm wondering if you could walk us through what those allegations are and what the judge has recently ordered in this case and some of these issues for our audience as we try to understand what's going on here behind the scenes.
Sure, Jack. You know, for the longest time, Sidney Powell and her firm have been trying to convince the judge that General Powell was not appropriately or sufficiently represented by Covington and Burling. That would presumptively be an extremely hard argument to make because Covington and Burling is one of the top law firms in the world, not just in D.C., not just in the United States. One of the top law firms in the world. It's extraordinarily profitable. Its partners charge extremely high rates. It's known for getting great results. Its chairman is a former, I think he's chairman, former United States Attorney General named Holder. Pretty much the perfect firm to fix a political prosecution problem in Washington, D.C. So when you go in front of a judge and say, our client wasn't well served by Covington and Burling, they don't really know what they're doing, it's going to raise a lot of eyebrows. And so far, the judge had been extremely skeptical of those claims. Sidney Powell had been saying we didn't get the whole file. Mysteriously enough, yesterday, just as rumblings were beginning to be heard that certain material might be available to the public in the near future through some other means, Covington and Burling filed a motion asking the judge to take a look at information that it had. It turns out, says Covington, you know what, we took another look at the file that we turned over to Sidney Powell, and it turned out we missed a few things when we turned it over.
And how many things did they miss?
They missed about 6,800 things. When you hire Covington and Burling, however, you're not supposed to expect that they're going to miss things, especially things that are important to you as the client and things that your new lawyer would want, like 6,800 emails. Now, the Covington motion that was filed said, well, we made a mistake. We used the wrong search terms. That's really some story. It could happen. People make mistakes. Even lawyers make mistakes. But one of the reasons you go to Covington and Burling and firms like it is because of to sort of borrow a phrase, layers and layers of mistake proofing that you're supposed to be provided with. Moreover, this wasn't the sort of thing where, well, yeah, we've got a client, he's a guy, a white-collar guy, we're going to merely, you know, we'll have a paralegal do the searches and send stuff over, and we'll sign off on it. This is an extremely high-level, internationally relevant, internationally watched, politically dynamite, extraordinarily high-impact representation. You don't make mistakes like this. But if the worst-case scenario were to play out, or even the best-case scenario, even if it's merely an error and the error turns out to be exactly the way Covington described it, it is institutionally and politically, it is earth-shattering.
Let's cut to the chase a little bit here. Bottom line, does this open Covington up to possible litigation from General Flynn?
Well, I think they were opened up a long time ago, but this is Exhibit A. There's never been any question in my mind that win, lose, or draw, he had a malpractice case here.
That's incredible. Earth-shattering, as you say. Ron Coleman, I'm afraid that's all the time we have. I appreciate you so much for coming on with us and sharing your insights here today at One America News.
Great to see you again, Jack. Thanks.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.